There is one rule in crypto that every single person needs to understand before they buy their first coin. Not your keys, not your coins. It sounds simple. But thousands of people have lost everything because they did not follow it. In this video, we are going to explain exactly what this means, why it matters, how to take control of your own crypto, and what happened to people who ignored this rule. This is part 4 of our Crypto for Beginners series on Grow Your Wealth. First, what is a private key? When you own crypto, what you actually own is a private key. Think of it like the master password to a safe. The private key is a long string of letters and numbers that proves you own whatever crypto is associated with it. Anyone who has your private key can access and move your coins. If you lose your private key and have no backup, your crypto is gone forever. There is no customer service. There is no password reset. There is no refund. The blockchain does not care. Now, what does it mean when an exchange holds your crypto? When you buy Bitcoin on Coinbase, Binance, or any other exchange, you do not receive a private key. The exchange holds the private key on your behalf. Your account balance is essentially an IOU, the exchange owes you that amount of Bitcoin. This is called custodial storage. You are trusting the exchange to keep your coins safe and to let you withdraw them when you want. Most of the time this works fine. But there have been catastrophic cases where it has not. Let us talk about what can go wrong when you leave crypto on an exchange. FTX was the second largest crypto exchange in the world. In November 2022, it collapsed overnight. Over 1 million customers lost access to their funds. Billions of dollars in customer deposits were missing. People who held their own private keys were completely unaffected. People who trusted FTX with their coins lost everything. This was not a small or obscure platform, it was one of the most trusted names in crypto at the time. The same has happened with Gox, Celsius, BlockFi and others. The pattern is always the same: exchange collapses, customers lose money, private key holders are safe. So what is a self-custody wallet and how does it work? A self-custody wallet is one where you, and only you, hold the private key. No exchange. No company. Just you. The two most common types are software wallets and hardware wallets. A software wallet like MetaMask or Trust Wallet is an app on your phone or browser. It is free and easy to use. A hardware wallet like Ledger or Trezor is a physical device, similar to a USB drive, that stores your private key completely offline. Hardware wallets are the gold standard for long-term crypto storage. When you set up a self-custody wallet, you will be given a seed phrase. This is typically 12 or 24 random words, for example, Apple Mountain River Table Cloud Fence, and so on. This seed phrase is your private key in a human-readable form. Anyone who has your seed phrase can access all your crypto. This means you must protect it with extreme care. Write it down on paper, 2 copies. Store one at home in a safe place and one somewhere secure off-site. Never photograph it. Never type it into any website or app. Never share it with anyone for any reason. No legitimate person or company will ever ask for your seed phrase. Here are the 5 golden rules of crypto self-custody. Rule 1: never leave large amounts of crypto on an exchange for long periods. Use exchanges only for buying and selling. Rule 2: move crypto you plan to hold long-term into a hardware wallet. Rule 3: write down your seed phrase and store it safely in 2 separate locations. Rule 4: never enter your seed phrase into any website, app, email or message, ever. Rule 5: if someone contacts you asking for your seed phrase or private key, it is a scam. 100% of the time. No exceptions. A common question is, what about exchange insurance? Some exchanges claim they insure customer deposits. This sounds reassuring, but there are important limitations. Most exchange insurance covers cyber theft, not insolvency or misuse of funds. When FTX collapsed, customer deposits were not covered by insurance because the funds had been misused. Even where insurance exists, claims processes can take years and full recovery is rare. Insurance on an exchange is not a substitute for holding your own private keys. How much crypto should you keep on an exchange versus in self-custody? A sensible approach is this: only keep on an exchange what you are actively trading in the next few days. Everything else should be in a self-custody wallet. If you are a long-term holder, a hardware wallet is absolutely worth the cost. A Ledger hardware wallet costs approximately $80. If you are holding more than $500 in crypto, the hardware wallet has already paid for itself in the security it provides. Here is your action plan. Step 1. If you are just buying crypto for the first time, a reputable exchange like Coinbase or Kraken is fine to start. Step 2. Once your holdings reach $500 or more, buy a hardware wallet. Ledger and Trezor are both trusted options. Step 3. Set up your hardware wallet, write down your seed phrase in 2 separate places, and transfer your holdings off the exchange. Step 4. Only move crypto back to an exchange when you are ready to sell or trade. Step 5. Never share your seed phrase with anyone. Not with a customer support agent, not with a friend, not with anyone who contacts you online. Your keys, your coins. That is the golden rule. Follow Grow Your Wealth for the next video in this series.